Hi, this is Jaco for Buildaroo.com. I'm here with David Waldorf from OrganicArchitect. And David and I, we're now standing outside a project. It's not yet finished, so you might hear some construction noise in the background. But it's a great opportunity to see some really cool green architectural work in progress. So David, thanks so much for taking the time.
My pleasure being here.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about the inception of this project. How did it come about?
Well, this is a great client. They have an old ranch house that they outgrew. They basically have 3 kids, and they were all crowded on top of each other. They said they have lots of family that comes and visits. They needed a little more better flow to the house. They don't have a lot of money. They didn't have a huge budget. That never scares us away. You can do a lot, and especially the greenest thing you can do is fix up an old house. So all we really did was kept the whole front of the house, and we expanded out a new living area, a new office, and a new master bedroom wing.
Now, we're going to show the viewers before and after, obviously, but how did it become this kind of look?
We at OrganicArchitect, we try to work as the house wants to work. We try to naturally let it flow. So the old roof lines that were there, these are just extensions of the roof lines. I mean, the clerestory windows that we added were for natural ventilation, for better lighting, natural light, and for natural, better flow of the air. And these big peaks were really just natural extensions of those. Following the site, following the necessary use of spaces. It wasn't forced. It actually we just connected the dots.
So that's the organic and OrganicArchitect.
That's the organic approach, yeah.
All right, cool. So now we're on the roof. So David got us up here. So on the roof here we see we have solar, and behind you this is hot water.
Yeah.
Solar hot water. So how was it determined to put both these systems on a house?
Well, we want to save as much resource use as possible. So the house is very efficient in its energy usage, and most of the energy we provided, I'd say almost all the energy we provided from the solar panels. And the solar hot water powers the domestic hot water, which is all your hot water out of your sinks, and the heat in the floor in the wintertime.
So now we're in a part of the house that's, I guess, the master bedroom now?
This will be the new master bedroom. This is one of the additions of the house, one side of the house. And this was also designed for natural cooling, natural ventilation, allowing good natural light access, good access to the outdoors. And up here, there's a clerestory windows that allows daylight to roll down into the bedroom spaces.
Really cool. And I noticed there's warm board.
Yeah, the floor is all radiant heating. There's 3 different kinds of radiant systems in this house that are all integrated into one collective unit. In this room, we have warm board, which is a prefabricated system. It has a subfloor with pre-grooved channels for your radiant heat. Those grooves have a layer of aluminum that's bent into the channels to allow the spreading of the heat a lot more evenly. And it's all tied back into the rest of the house.
Now you're mentioning there are 3 different radiant systems in the house. Now, in this is brand new. Why did you choose to use warm board here versus, I know you have in floor and the concrete and then different. In a renovation, you don't always have controllable situations. In this area, we have a raised crawl space underneath this, so it's pretty easy. Where it's all new floor. The idea is that we're going to have to put new subfloor down anyway, and new flooring in this space, regardless. In the rest of the house, so in that case, warm board makes a great option. I mean, because it's a subfloor as well.
Because it's a subfloor, it integrates it into one product. In the rest of the house, they have really nice flooring. They have wide plank oak flooring that is a good 60 years old. There's no reason to pop it up. The problem is to do radiant underneath that, it can be problematic because the oak panels are so wide that when they get warm, they'll buckle and bend and pop up. So what we ended up doing is that in the bedroom areas where there's not wide plank, it's actually just a thinner flooring, we did a staple up radiant. And that they crawl underneath the house and they staple up tubes to the underside of the old subfloor. So we kept the old existing flooring there. And then the other wing of the house is actually, right now it's a concrete floor. There's going to be a cork floor that goes down over that. And we did it in the slab. And we have an insulated slab along the edge. And then we have a radiant inside the concrete topping slab.
Oh, so very cool, very cool. Yeah. And I know the wall insulation. It's a spray product, right? It's
a spray product. It's a castor oil based foam, spray foam, polyisocyanurate. And it has incredible R value. It seals every little edge. So more than just the R value, and I think it has like an R19. It actually seals every little crevice. So air infiltration is just as important as R value when you're choosing insulation.
So this will actually have much less air infiltration in the walls, right?
It'll have almost no air infiltration in the walls.
Okay, great. And the paint here was all no VOC, you said?
The entire house actually is painted with YOLO Color House, and it's all 98% food grade paint. You can actually, I was in this room while they were painting it. You can't smell anything. They have an incredible line. The best part about YOLO is they don't come in every color. They have about 100 colors to choose from. It's better than 10,000 colors. It's kind of like having a color consultant built into the paint company. It's really nice.
All the doors and the windows are really special as well.
These doors, the exterior doors and the windows, are made by Lowen. They're all FSC certified, well-managed forests from Canada. They're a window company out of Canada. These are all wooden windows, solid construction, really great materials they use, and it's clad on the outside with aluminum, with a powder-coated aluminum. The doors, the other interior doors, are all made from wheat. They're a wheat core door that is all agricultural waste product.
Was the light, the morning light, a consideration here?
Morning light is a consideration, and you don't want to have too much, but they wanted to be able. These are the kind of clients, they wake up early. They're runners. They want to actually be up early. They like that morning light, so we kind of encourage that to kind of come into the bedroom.
Okay.
This is also the one we can talk more of the trim of the house, but all the trim is reclaimed redwood trim. So all these little strips along the windows and doors is all reclaimed from very old buildings.
So David, now we're in the kitchen here. So explain the features of the kitchen.
So the kitchen, they needed an expanded kitchen that was central to the house. We added bamboo cabinets at the base. This is paper stone countertop. So this is all made from FSC certified paper. These are reclaimed redwood beams that run along the top here, and a ceramic tile that has over 70% reclaimed material in the tile. The beams were actually the ceiling of the old dining room, which was in this space. So these redwood beams that run along there and run along this backside were actually taken from the old house. The ceiling in here is a really interesting feature. We wanted to match the redwood ceiling that's in the room right next to it, but to do a new redwood ceiling was really expensive. So what we ended up doing was taking a plywood and expanded steel ceiling. The plywood was taken from other construction sites that this contractor had actively going on. We stained it a dark brown, and we took the metal in the backyard and rusted it to match the same color and feel of the redwood.
Now, how'd you rust it? That was even pretty funny.
On the spring equinox, I went out to Sausalito. I took a bunch of buckets, jugs full of water, soaked up some seawater. We took it out here and we soaked it full of seawater and sprayed some vinegar on it. And steel will rust in a second. Basically, is really cheap, never used material. Not for a condition like this. It takes having adventurous clients who will let you have a rusted metal ceiling in their kitchen.
Very cool. And the lighting in the kitchen, that's even pretty cool.
The lighting is actually all LED cans, so it'll have nice dimmability, very low energy usage. And it's also a conscious decision because we're trying to run the house on as little energy as possible to make the solar viable and if not be net positive.
And now we're in the living room, or the former living room.
Former living room is still going to be the living room. This room was always a very dark room. So one of the strategies we did, we wanted to allow natural light to come in. So we changed the layout of the porch from being a dark covered porch to allow it to open up to the sun and allow light to come in. And then to enhance that at night, we routed out the tops of the beams here, and we have a LED strip lighting that's going to go in the top of the beam, hidden away, that will reflect this beautiful redwood ceiling.
And so this is the hidden part of the that solar hot water system, and it also connects to the radiant. So tell us a little about this.
So we have 3 different radiant systems in the house, and we wanted to tie them all together. And on top of the radiant system, we wanted to have solar hot water, and we wanted to have domestic hot water. All right. So the solar hot water can either be a preheat for your radiant system, typically, or a preheat for your domestic hot water. This is the Phoenix. Ultra high efficiency, and it combines all those things into one unit. So instead of having a separate boiler for your radiant that you use in the winter, and then another boiler for your domestic hot water, or a bunch of flash boilers that go around the house, you have all in one system here. Connects straight to the solar preheat and straight to the domestic hot water and to the radiant systems.
Now, is this Is this? I guess I would say I would think this would be a little bit scary for some people to put all the trust in one system. I mean, it would seem like it's a lot of work to expect from one unit, right?
My client is completely freaked out about it. He's very scared of all this piping, but no, it's not. It's actually it's tested. You can use it in a lot of different configurations. They stand behind their product. They make a really good one.
Okay, cool. And what are all these strange pipes that are here? This is all part of the radiant system, right?
It's all part of the radiant system. It looks a lot worse than it is. It's
so what? I mean, are these controls that the homeowner would need?
No, they'll never have to. These are shut-off valves just to turn things on and off, to flush the lines, check the temperature and the pressure. You really, as a homeowner, they will never have to touch it. In fact, we're actually going to build a wall in front of it so they don't even have to see it.
Thanks, David. That was really great. For more videos like this, please visit our website at buildaroo.com.